Welcome to Ditch Auto. My name's Jerad, and this week's photography challenge is 10 angles. Now, 10 angles doesn't sound like a type of method or type of photography or anything like that, but it's really this week's challenge is about getting out and working on your composition and working on your storytelling as a photographer. When I first started out as a photographer, I would grab my camera and I'd see something and that's going to be a great photo. And I'd take a picture of it, and then it just didn't end up being a great photo. And I couldn't really figure out why there was a difference between what I saw with my eye and what I captured with my camera. And what it turned out to be is that I just didn't capture it from a good angle. I pointed my camera at it in a way that did not convey what I saw with my eye. It did not draw me in when I looked at the photo. There was issues there. So this week's challenge, what I want you to do is find something, an object, a subject, whatever it is that you want to take a picture of, and take pictures from 10 different angles. Now, I'm not talking about front and back, like completely different angles. I want you to move around a little bit, because what's different with photography from real life is that when in real life we can look at something, we can walk around it, we can move around it, we can see it, we can touch it. In a photo, you're looking at something that's been captured and frozen in time, and in order to really get a essence of what that is, and actually be tied to it emotionally somehow, it has to pop out to you. It has to have a feeling to it. And when a photo is taken straight on, or it's taken from an angle that just doesn't give that feel, it just doesn't end up feeling like a good photo, and it can be discouraging. I know it was really discouraging for me early on in my photography, even before I started doing it professionally. So what I tend to do is take a picture of something and move around a little bit and take a couple of other pictures from different angles. And this is especially important with people, because with people, you're trying to make them look as good as possible, and you're also trying to make the photo look good as well. So there's lots of different elements there. But when you're taking a picture of something, whether it's even a car, like a classic car, or anything else for that matter, moving around and changing your angle is definitely going to give you a different perspective. Because until you're able to just walk up to something and look through the camera and grab a fantastic shot every time, which I really just don't think any photographer in the world does that, it's going to take taking some different angles and trying some different things. And so instead of walking up to something and taking a picture of it and looking at your picture and saying, oh, that's no good, and you delete it, I want you to try something different. I want you to kind of rotate around it just a little bit. Grab your camera, shoot down high from it, shoot down from the lower angle, move around it, just change the angle, maybe turn your camera a little bit, try different things. Maybe that actually would look better in portrait mode with your camera instead of landscape mode with your camera. So try different angles and just see what you can do to make what you saw with your eye, what you knew was going to be a good photo opportunity, try to turn that into an actual good photo by taking 10 different shots of it. Now, what I want you to do with those 10 shots is to take your favorite one and adjust it, do whatever you want to it, and then upload it to the Facebook group in the appropriate week's album. The other 9, use those as part of the story to tell us, what happened during that. Was this the first photo that you took of that series of 10? And then the other 9, maybe you nailed it on the first photo, and then the other 9 were the ones that were horrible. But maybe all of the photos were horrible until you got to the 10th one, and that 10th one is what did it for you, and it's what you felt was the best photo. So that's the challenge this week, is not to go out and take a bunch of photos and then, okay, which one turned out good, but try to actually take a photo and make little subtle changes in your positioning and your composition until that photo looks the way that you want it to look, until it looks great. That's the challenge this week. Make sure to head on over into the Facebook group. If you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, the link is in the description below. We also have an album for your photos in the Facebook group, so you can upload your submissions and share them with us, and we'd love for you to do that. If you are new to Ditch Auto, make sure to head on over to our course course, you can go to ditchauto.com, and there's also a link down in the description below for our free course that's going to help you get out of automatic mode and start shooting in manual mode to unlock the true potential of your camera. So thanks so much for checking out our video this week. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube if you want to get updated when we put out new videos. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the Facebook group.